like your wee.
Lovely lunch.
Oh yeah, I'm stuffed now. I've got to go and drink more wine.
Your job is just to make people happy.
Yeah.
It's like working in Disneyland. We asked ChatGPT to give us an itinerary for a day in McLaren Vale.
Did you?
Adelaide and South Australia are home to some of Australia's greatest wine regions. As we journey south from Harndorf to McLaren Vale, we'll delve into the rich history of this vineyard haven before heading north to the famous Barossa Valley. The first grapevines in McLaren Vale took root in the early 1840s thanks to the vision of John Rennell, a true pioneer. In 1841, he planted the region's inaugural vineyard with 500 cuttings from Tasmania, crafting his first vintage in 1843. Tonight we're staying at one of McLaren Vale's most beautiful and exclusive accommodations, the Vineyard Retreat. This is our home for the next 2 nights.
The Ardmore.
The Ardmore. Set on a spectacular 15-acre working vineyard, the Vineyard Retreat offers 6 individual boutique luxury accommodations overlooking their spectacular vineyard with views across McLaren Vale.
I suppose we should have brought food.
Yeah, we'll have to go into town.
Because we need to eat. You didn't tell me that. Check this out. It's just beautiful. The view.
This impeccably designed and decorated accommodation is true elegance and class.
What do we have? Bacon, eggs, drinks.
Chardonnay.
And that's included in the mini bar.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate.
Fully stocked.
Fully stocked.
And you've got your own vineyard.
Yes.
What a horrible day. Kidding. This is McLaren Vale. We're going to go out and explore McLaren Vale. We might taste some wine, might even have a beer. This place is sensational. Right, let's go. We're missing someone. Finished watching Flying the Nest?
Oh, yeah, so cute. We've got to go out and adventure ourselves, do we?
Yes, we do.
Where are the clouds, hey?
We asked ChatGPT to give us an itinerary for a day in McLaren Vale.
Did you?
No. I just looked up pictures.
Oh, okay.
So, that looks nice. Let's go there.
Oh, that's probably a bit better.
The Vineyard Retreat is well placed just a short distance from some of the finest wineries the region has to offer. Our Google image selected experience today is at the D'Arenberg Cube, which is only a 10-minute drive away. This is the Cube. Why is it called a cube? Opened to the public in 2017 and designed by Chester Osborne, the 4th generation winemaker of D'Arenberg, the Cube is a sensory journey like no other. Resembling a very large Rubik's Cube set amongst the beautiful vineyards of the D'Arenberg estate, this award-winning 5-storey building is a magical mix of art, food, and of course wine. The eclectic interior invites you to explore upwards as each level reveals more of this architectural marvel. The Cube's second floor is a dedicated art exhibition space currently displaying the works of the Spanish surrealist sculptor and painter Salvador Dali. Floor of the Cube is home to the tasting room of the D'Arenberg Estate, included in the entrance fee.
You don't like Chardonnay? But I like this one.
As well as gorgeous wine, the tasting room has magnificent panoramic views across McLaren Vale. We finish off back at level 3 with lunch at the Singapore Circus restaurant.
It's char-grilled barramundi belly. Barramundi belly, it sounds very fattening. It's the fatty good bits off the ham or salmon, you know. Whatever they've sprinkled over it tastes very good. It's got a distinctly Asian flavour.
A visit to the D'Arenberg Cube will certainly be a highlight of any trip to magnificent McLaren Vale.
I was run down by a Toyota once.
Oh no, you're not going to say that.
Oh, what a feeling.
Oh, I knew that.
No sense of humour.
Good morning, travellers. It's time to leave this absolutely stunning location behind. But it's not the end of the trip. We're leaving McLaren Vale and heading north to the Barossa Valley. I'll see you there. Embarking on a scenic drive from McLaren Vale to the historic Barossa Valley, we return past Adelaide and traverse landscapes steeped in viticultural heritage. Barossa was settled by German pioneers in the 1840s and boasts a rich history of winemaking. These early settlers planted the first vines,
So turn right onto Gothsall Road.
and laid the foundations for what would become one of Australia's most celebrated of wine regions. Tonight we're staying in the Novotel Barossa Valley near the epicentre town of Tanunda.
It's a big bedroom. Got the air turned up.
Probably a good thing.
Nice big bed, king size. Is there a lift?
No.
You can drag those cakes up the stairs.
Very nice. So we can have our chilled Chardonnay
On the balcony.
on the balcony, overlooking Jacobs Creek and the bush. Very nice. Home for the next 2 nights.
Novotel Barossa Valley Resort consists of 140 rooms with access to swimming pool, tennis courts, golf course and a restaurant and bar, all with rooms overlooking the stunning Barossa Valley.
How lucky are we?
Good morning, travellers.
Good morning from Tanunda in the Barossa.
Tanunda. And we're going to have a wonderful breakfast, followed by some wine tasting at Jacobs Creek before lunch. Nestled amidst vine-covered hills and rich German heritage, Tanunda serves as an excellent base for exploring the broader Barossa Valley.
You just keep following this road.
This is Jacobs Creek.
Pretty famous winery.
It is. And the guy who I pay to do the voiceovers is about to tell you all about it. Jacobs Creek was founded in 1847 by Johann Gramp, making it one of the oldest wineries in the region. The winery's visitors centre provides the opportunity to taste a variety of their wines and learn about the winemaking process.
Lively bunch. Fruit definition packed with fresh berry, fruit flavour and crisp but generous It is. It's fruity, but it's still crisp.
And with this release, what we do is we actually have the amount of bottles made, 7,750. Then we have the bottle number.
It's certainly got a rich fragrance, this one. Well, I think my taste buds sure as heck took flight, this tasting flight.
They're so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Really friendly people who have a really good job. Your job is just to make people happy.
Yeah.
It's like working in Disneyland. Back into our White Pearl. For lunch, we're heading across the valley to the Salter's Kitchen restaurant at Saltram Estate near the town of Anguston. Lovely lunch.
Oh, yeah, I'm stuffed now. I've got to go and drink more wine.
Before heading to our second tasting session of the day at nearby Yalumba. Founded by Samuel Smith in 1849, Yalumba is the oldest family-owned winery in Australia. Samuel named the property Yalumba after the First Nations Ngadjuri word for all the land around.
So you've got Chardonnay, your Roussanne, your Viognier, and the Julius. The Chardonnays are like, it's not a heavily oaked Chardonnay, it's nice and fresh. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I gotcha. I get peach more than anything. I'll pass it down to you.
The beautifully manicured gardens surrounding Yalumba are the perfect spot for a picnic basket, with wine of course, all available from their cellar door. What a beautiful spot.
Oh, isn't it stunning? So stunning.
Back to our White Pearl. For our last stop this afternoon, we're heading to visit the farm shop of whom many consider to be the mother of the Barossa Valley, Maggie Beer. So, this is
Maggie Beer's farm shop. Maggie Beer is a national treasure. Start off with a pheasant farm, I believe.
a pheasant farm. Starting as a pheasant farm in 1973 with her husband Colin, the farm shop opened in 1979, which led to the launch of her culinary and television career. Maggie is a great Australian cook, author, creator, television star, and she is a national treasure.
Burnt fig, honeycomb and caramel ice cream, which is absolutely divine. I love it. I don't need to describe it, it's just, trust me, it's sensational.
I'll have what she's having.
Plain vanilla is the best. Yours tastes like
Don't you ever dare say that. It just tastes wonderful.
tastes like it's being in a bonfire. What's your favourite flavour? Let us know. Sadly, Maggie wasn't home. It's not the end of our adventure yet. We still have a lookout to go to. Back in the White Pearl, which is better than the Blue Turd. This is our car, Le Shitbox. Even the steering wheel's on the wrong side. Only a short drive from Tanunda. Look at that! At 450 metres, the Mengla Hill Lookout is a great place to stop off and soak up the views of the Barossa Valley below. Only 56 k's to Adelaide. Welcome back, travellers.
Welcome.
Did you have a nice holiday?
Yes, we had a good holiday.
Very unusual because we went to Sydney.
Yeah.
We caught a bus to Lithgow to catch a train that we should have caught in Sydney, which was actually a good thing because we got to see Blue Mountains, which I've never seen before.
Neither have I.
Definitely want to go back to the Blue Mountains. Then we finally got on the train, had no sleep.
No, be warned. The train may be,
A little rough.
if the track's no good, it's still going to be bumpy.
How did you find the train?
Oh, really enjoyed it. Had lots of chats with lots of people. Some people that we kept bumping into, actually. Met on the train.
Jean and Alan. Hi. And then we finally got into Adelaide, went to the Adelaide Market,
Haig's Chocolate Factory, which I kept nagging you about.
down to McLaren Vale, just magnificent, and then up north to Barossa,
Yep.
the wine region.
Yeah.
So many things to see and do in South Australia. We're heading back now. We'll see you at the airport on the other end.
Bye.
We now invite everyone sitting in rows 1 to 14 to come forward for boarding by the general boarding lane.
Welcome to Melbourne. The time here is 1:30. Thanks for flying with Virgin Australia today. We hope you enjoyed the flight and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Back in Mad Melbourne.
Place is a zoo. That's it. We're going to get the car.
Bye.
See you next time.